Hey everyone, you're watching Ash on Comics. My name is Ash, and this is the In and Out Weekly Comics pull list for 12/5. That's December for all you Europeans. 2018. Woo! Look at this bad boy. Is this my pull list, you might ask? No. No. Although this is bigger than some people's pull lists. And that's not to be ashamed if your pull list is not this big. Okay? What this is, something I like to do every week, since it seemed to be so ridiculous, I thought, why not feature this? This is every number one issue that's not an annual. I don't count annuals. I should, because there's only one number one annual. But I haven't been counting them. Every number one issue that Marvel puts out, every week. This is every week. So this week, as you can see, there's 9. If you are a kind of person who's a collector and you're a big Marvel fan, you are probably going to want to check out all these number ones. I don't blame you. I remember when I was young collecting, big-ass Marvel fan back in the 90s. If Marvel reached a number one, it was, oh my God. Got to pick that up. 9 this week alone. Now, last week was kind of small. I think there was only like 3, if I remember right. But they've been bouncing around between 3 and 6-ish every week for months. Do the math. That's more number ones than they have titles. So this week we get Immortal Hulk, Defenders number 1. This is actually a Defenders limited series, but instead of calling it Defenders whatever 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 5 issues. They're calling it Immortal Hulk, Defenders number 1. For all the Hulk fans, it's a gimmick to you to be like, oh, there's a new Immortal Hulk number 1 book? Oh, I gotta grab it. Killmonger number 1, which shout out to Brian Hill. This is written by him. I would sort of be interested in this book, except that Marvel sucks balls, and I will not give them money. Oh man, I didn't even spell Defenders right. Oh Jesus, who cares? It's Marvel. Namor Defenders number 1. So one of these is book 2. I don't know. And you, the fan, won't know because they couldn't just call it Defenders number 2, so you know what order to read these in. And of course, it's Namor. So, Namor book? There's a new Namor book? No, it's a Defenders book, and it's a 5-issue limited series. It's a gimmick. Don't buy this crap. Then there's Marvel's Avengers Untitled Prelude number. Ash, why did you draw into your? This is rainy day edition. It's raining really hard out. Well, not really hard. Really hard for Southern California. Let's put it that way. So I was like, no, just draw a little cloud. Then I was like, wait, I can't write all this crap. I honestly, when I was at the store, I didn't see this many number ones. I honestly thought there was like 2 number ones this week when I was just looking at the new shelf. And the reason for that is because no one cares. These are just hiding, obscured. It used to be a number 1 was a big deal. Like, oh, but look, there's a number 1 on the shelf. Now there's just number 1s all over the place. Between all the Image number 1s that are constantly coming out because they're all miniseries, but creator-owned content. So Image just constantly has number 1s. So I was like, whatever. Who cares? I'll just write over my drawing. It doesn't. Marvel doesn't matter. Why should my list matter? Spider-Geddon Handbook number 1. This might come in handy because who can keep track of Spider-Geddon? There's a billion Spider-Mans now. Now you have a handbook to help you out. Now, there's a new Star Wars book. Because they canceled Vader. Their best Star Wars book they cancel because of fucking Cuck Wendig. Age of Republic Qui-Gon Jinn number 1. Not Age of the Republic. Age of... Nothing matters at Marvel. The Merry X-Men Holiday Special number 1. This was presumably just going to be a one-shot and whatever. Winter Soldier number 1. I looked through this. Art is so terrible. Oh my goodness. X-Men Exterminated. Oh, there's a new X-Men number 1. Wait, I thought there was already an Exterminated miniseries. Why is now their X-Men Exterminated? Like, wait, why isn't this just part of the Exterminated series? How many X-Men books is there going to be to capitalize on this return of... Who the frick cares? This is so stupid. I'm sitting here letting my burger get cold. The Marvel. This is a shout out to Sergeant Bats, one of the YouTubers I follow. He's got a small channel like me. He's not trying to be like a big name superstar. He's just trying to talk about comics like I do. And I like the guy. He's a nice guy. Oh, look at this. So the other day I posted a picture on Twitter about a Sonic burger I got. It looked nothing like the picture. When you go to In-N-Out, it looks like the picture. You can see all the lettuce. Look at the layers. Oh, and if you don't have an In-N-Out, I feel bad for you. I was 17 years without an In-N-Out, so I know. Anyways, Sergeant Bats, I was saying, look at that. Look at this bad boy. This is a double-double, animal style. It's delicious. I'm going to eat this right now. And then I'm going to go do my pull list. Fortunately, you don't have to wait because the magic of editing, we have the technology. Look at that. I've had a lot of good burgers in my life. I've had many burgers, not many. I've had quite a few burgers better than now. In-N-Out's not the best burger in the world. I'm not going to fool you on that. They are the best burger for your dollar. That's $3.85 right there. Actually, yeah, see, look. Drive it. They got snazzy new receipts. That's not the actual receipt. That's just the order. Anyways, what I was saying, I've had some better burgers than this, right? Particularly, I used to live in Colorado. There's a burger place out there if you're ever in Colorado, and especially in Castle Rock, Colorado. There's a place called Crave Burger. You can look them up online, Crave Real Burger or something like that. They make mad scientist crazy concoction burgers, and I thought they were just a gimmick till I tried them, and then I was like, holy crap, this is beyond amazing. Anyways, I've had a lot of good burgers. The Crave burgers are like 10 to 12 bucks. I've never had a burger, though, where you have to lick the wrapper when you're done. That's what an In-N-Out burger. That's why I'm sitting here going, why am I looking at this ugly-ass wrapper, Ash? That's why I just take forever to talk. Sorry. My comics. I already pulled them out. This week, we got Doomsday Clock. What is this, 8? 9? It's 8. This is the A cover. I get mostly variants except for Doomsday Clock. I didn't like the early variants on Doomsday Clock, and I also really dislike the aesthetic that they were designing the covers to look like the original Watchmen covers from a conceptual point. I don't know. The concept was the same, the more abstract artwork that you're like, I don't understand how this represents the book, like a big picture of Rorschach's face or something. But I like that. And I like that I wanted to keep that same aesthetic. And then the B covers seem more like your traditional comic type cover. This week, the B cover was really good. It's a marionette. I think it's Ozymandias is doing all you see is a hand and marionette, and you see like two wooden marionettes, one of Dr. Manhattan and one of Superman, and I was like, oh, that's so, I love that cover, and I was like, I gotta stay tried and true and get the kitty. I guess I went the pink kid, not because I like this cover better, but I just thought I'd blab about that. Controversial cover, Justice League number 13. This is one of the League of Doom, the Legion of Doom issues. I really like what they're doing with this, where it's Justice League, and then like every 4 or 5 issues, they do an issue from the Legion of Doom, and James Tynion writes it. I think that's a really cool concept. I haven't ever seen any comic do before. It's still Justice League 13, but on the cover they'll like right over it, Legion of Doom, and it just, I like that. That's their main adversary. It's just a cool way of doing that instead of, because Legion, I would never want to see Legion of Doom have their own comic book. So that would be really cool. Look at this, Batman 60. Looking forward to this. The internal art that's on the previews really reminds me of one of my all-time favorites, who starting to draw a blank on, David Mazzucchelli, who did Batman Year One, and he also did Daredevil, Born Again, not Rebirth. If you ever never read Daredevil Born Again, holy crap! Most everyone's read Batman Year One. If you haven't read Batman Year One and you read it, it's my favorite Batman story of all time. I think it's better than Dark Knight Returns. It's fantastic. Mazzucchelli does a phenomenal job drawing it. He also did Born Again, the Daredevil story that Frank Miller did both of them. Those are probably his two best arcs. Phenomenal. Just seriously, take my word for it. They are one of the best comics ever done. You can pick up either trade for super cheap because they've sold billions of copies. Speaking of super cheap, look at this Nightwing cover. Holy crap. I was hating the alt covers before, but I was just picking them up because that's just what I do. And then this week's issue, I was like, oh, that's really nice. I like the whole unraveling. I got the birds. I think these are the crows. The A cover I was conflicted because the A cover looks really nice too. It has him like chained up to a scarecrow, like in a field, and he got actual crows. And just the way it was done, very evocative. Reminded me of an old school classic cover back in the late 80s, 90s X-Men Silvestri run. During, was it Extinction Agenda? I can't remember which thing it was, but it was when they were killing all the mutants, and there was the Reavers, and the issue was a big purple cover, and it has Wolverine basically on a cross. He's crucified on it, but it's an X. It's one of the all-time classic comic book covers. The A cover, that not quite, it was not that level, but it very evocative on that level. All right, sorry for zacking out on you for a second. Nightwing's little brother. Look at the similar art. It could be the same artist. I don't know who does. I never look at the credits of the cover art. I just look at the art and go, oh, that's nice. Love these alternate covers. I was getting the A covers on this series because I was like, whatever, I don't care. And then all of a sudden, this artist started doing the alternate covers, and I was like, I got to get that cover. And then he kept doing it. I was like, well, I'm switching. I'll just keep getting these. And I know I'll get burned, and they'll go to some crappy artist, but whatever. Now there's all cover. This, I wish, would have been the all cover of issue number 1. The alternate art of issue number 1 wasn't bad art, but it wasn't like a cover. I was like, what? I don't even know what it was. I was like, I don't understand what I'm seeing here. But this looks like I'm Green Lantern and I'm here. You know, like that's just something that you would expect at number 1. Adventures of Super Sons, number 5. Is it just me, or is Super Sons not as exciting as it used to be? I mean, I'm not saying the book is bad, but it's like the magic got, taken away with the whole cancellation, and then like kind of being like, oh, okay, well, we'll do this mini series. Like, I feel just like, oh, okay, well, here's a pandering book. I don't know. I'm just not excited about the book. Might be part of it. Might be the art. Was it Gleason that did the art on the original one? They captured that boyhood sort of Calvin and Hobbes charm to it. I really like that in combination with the writing. Oh well, I'm sticking it out. It's Super Sons. I got sold on it, and it's good. Now for something unexpected. Holy crap, I thought this book was canceled. They didn't say it was canceled, but that doesn't mean anything at DC. Then I saw number 7. I was like, what? So it's going. Sick. Not the best book in the world, but it's one of the ones I look forward to reading the most because I am hooked on the story. Like, I want to know where it's going. It's building a mythos. I'm starting to learn about Hawkman, who I used to think was just the stupidest character in the world. Sorry, second stupidest, next to Aquaman. And I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm exposing my old school ignorance and prejudice. I'm not trashing these characters, okay? So if you're an Aquaman fan or Hawkman fan, don't be like, F you, Ash, I'm done. No, I was the one that was wrong. Steve Orlando. Why is that important? Because I picked this up. Where is it? Steve Orlando. I love this cover. The alternate cover was pretty cool, but I love this cover. I was like, I'm going to pick this one, the Prime cover. I hemmed and hawed in the comic store for like 10 minutes just staring at this gun. Do I get this? I'm like my comic budget is through the roof. And I was like, man, I can't. I got Freedom Fighters coming out, Batman Who Laughs coming out. And there's more. There's this. I had to pass on Shazam. I was like, and Jeff Johns might be the best writer at DC, but Shazam's just not for me. My alarm goes off in the middle of recording, and I got to stitch this together. What I was saying was, I will be getting 3 Jokers. There's just too many new books coming out. It's 2019. It's a bad time. You should like purge your collection at the end of the year because they always want to launch new stuff. But this cover looked great. Steve Orlando's doing Electric Warriors, which I picked up, and it's good, and I reviewed it. You can check it out. It's only a 6-issue miniseries, so I feel better about it because I don't have to commit to it as long. Part of me just says maybe you should just trade weight Electric Warriors. Like there's no reason to, I don't know. I have some thinking to do. But this cover looked good. I gotta look through the interior art. I'm not sold on. I believe it's the same artist. It works for the cover here. This like goofy bug face look. The interior art looks... Ugh. I'll be doing a review on this, and you'll be able to see it. We'll find out what the book's like. Then I decided, you know what? Mark Millar is one of the best writers in comics. He's got a new book out. I do not know if it's ongoing or not. There's like 6 different variant covers that piss me off. But this one I thought was the cool. He's jumping, Evel Knievel style. His bike's on fire. He's on fire. And he's just typing on the computer. I thought this was a cool image. The rest of the covers were just people standing around. It's like, whatever. So this one was neat. So I picked that one up. Mark Millar just doesn't do bad comics. Like this dude is the best guy. People that usually write as good as Mark Millar don't end up continuing to write comics. They're like, he's gonna go off to a movie career or something, or it just, that's the way it is. There's never gonna be Frank Miller again, because Frank Miller would have, in today's age, wouldn't stick around comics. There's just not the money in it. Mark Millar was able to turn his writing into a business, which he sold to Netflix. So these are like Netflix comics now. Presumably there'll be Netflix TV shows and movies. So he made writing comics bigger than anyone. He's a phenomenon. Like we'll see how the book goes. And then finally, Ninjak, number 14. Yeah, Valiant. Valiant is probably the most consistent. I mean, if you look at the 3 big universes, you got Marvel, DC, and then Valiant has their universe, which is significantly trimmed down since the Acclaim purchase, and then they lost half their license. They had Solar, Turok, I can't remember all those, Magnus Robot. They had so many other IPs that used to be part of Valiant that aren't part of Valiant anymore. So it's kind of weird. They don't have as many IPs, but they have some strong ones. Ninjak, they got Rai. I'd like to see a Rai book again. EXO, phenomenal. Anyways, I've made this video long And you guys have stuck with me. If you're hearing this, that means you stuck with me. Otherwise, if you're not hearing this, because you tuned out a while ago, and I'm sorry for that. Oh, I forgot. But wait, there's more. Went down to the sister location of my shop. Picked up 5 and 6 2 weeks ago. I decided getting damage because this guy, Venditti. He's probably one of the best guys writing books right now. I always thought damage was a cool concept. I just had to pare my stuff down, and since they keep canceling all my New Age books, or they put Patrick Zurcher on the book that I went to go get, I was like, all right, well, they're $2.99. Now I have an excuse to buy damage, which I probably should have just bought all along, but I picked the wrong lottery numbers. So now I have the complete damage, and I'll just keep on going with that. That and Unexpected. Hopefully they don't get canceled. Some people have been telling me this is doomed for cancellation, but we'll see. Hopefully not. And then finally, I found for a good price, only $4.50, this Hawkman #1 cover. This is I should have just got this in the beginning, but I was like, it's Hawkman, whatever. I don't care. And then I got sold by people saying, oh, how good the comic is, and this guy. And I was like, you know what? I should get this. And I had the regular cover though, and I hate those regular covers are so ugly. No, they're not. Yeah, they kind of are. I guess in comparison. So I was like, I saw this in the store, and I was like, oh. All right, so now I'm done. Dogs are making noises. Some people are probably getting irritated. I can hear the dog in the background drinking. This is Ash signing off. Thanks for watching. Put your comments down below. Like, subscribe. Talk shit, whatever. See ya.